you. Everybody hates Chris. All right, now sit down, sit down. Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome back. This is Words with Ali. I'm your host, Ali Seawright, and this week's episode, I'm gonna say some words on growth, but more specifically, gardening. Now, with it being officially spring, I kind of turned my eye towards what I like to do during these months, and that is start my garden. And there's so many benefits to having just your own little garden that I find it I find it weird that not everybody does it. Like it's so easy. And honestly, a lot of people I feel like they shy away from it because they think they need like a lot of space or a lot of sunlight and like ideal conditions like building like a greenhouse or some shit. Like literally all you need is like 2 square feet and like a pot and like you could have like a little sunlight, but like honestly, you could get away with very little sunlight. And you can do it inside. There's lots of ways to like start a garden inside your house, especially for people that live in apartments that don't really have balconies. Like you can there's like no excuse not to grow at least herbs. You know, and like herbs are getting fucking expensive, yo. And like to name a few of the benefits, you're creating fresher air for the environment, you know, you're saving money in the long run. You know, you're not going out every week to get fresh produce. You know, it looks beautiful. I like gardens look so beautiful and they add so much just nice calm energy into your life. And not to mention if you're keen on not eating pesticides and herbicides and you want to eat like organic food, like this is the cheapest way to have organic food because you're in control of all the variables. You control the environment, the water, the amount of light it can get, and like you can have like the freshest, most organic food right in your backyard or inside your house. That's fucking dope. And it's so much cheaper than buying organic cuz like holy shit. Yo, I was in the metro and I was like looking at some organic fruits and shit. And I was trying to figure out like how they got to these numbers for some of these things like broccoli and like apples, mushrooms, different fruits and veggies, and like I was trying to figure out how much it costs to grow these. And like I'm not gonna show all the math here, but like honestly, like long term, like to have your own garden growing those same vegetables and like you'd be almost making money by growing it. And you won't have to drive anywhere or walk anywhere to get it. It's just like right there. Cause what gets more local than having it like within footsteps of your kitchen? You know what I mean? Like, cause even with local produce, it still has to be delivered by a truck from the farm. You know, it may be within 100 kilometers or so, but it's still someone's using gas and bringing it there. And then yeah, it's just like there's so much benefits, especially for herbs. Like herbs are so expensive, but like they're so cheap to grow, and like they rarely die. Like growing thyme and rosemary, like you buy it, like you can even buy a starter plant and let have it grow, put it outside, and then bring it back inside in winter and shit, and it'll keep growing, it'll keep producing, and it's like endless. You'll never have. I never buy thyme, and I never buy oregano, because I have it growing constantly in my backyard. So it's like, I don't know. Try it out. I don't know. It makes sense. It makes sense. It adds up. But for me, like thinking about it, like when I was a little kid, like I didn't even view gardening as like something that could be just like beneficial financially. I just looked at it as like, oh, this is calming. I like being in the dirt and growing life. Cause when I was a little kid, my mom, she'd always be growing flowers and stuff in the backyard and in the front yard, and I loved how beautiful they were. I loved just looking at them, smelling them. Yeah, I was like one of those like shy kids that just really liked plants. And like we had like this little strawberry patch in our backyard that would come up every year. We didn't have to do shit. It just showed up. And I just loved picking them. They weren't too big, but like they're really taste. They tasted better than the ones in the store. I was like, wow, like we should have this everywhere. And even like behind our backyard, there's a fence, and there's this massive raspberry bush that stretched like 50 feet alongside the fence, and like everybody in the neighborhood would come there and pick raspberries. It was like I don't know. It felt like a tradition. Just like every time, like mid late spring, people would have like a little bowl and just like start picking. All the little kids come there and everything. It was so nice. But then the city came and the city, kind of cut it down and removed it because the city doesn't like people enjoying life. That's, City of Toronto. Shout outs to you. That was not cool. But yeah, no, that was just like a great moment of just like connecting with nature and like just seeing how beneficial it is. Cause like we didn't have to go to the store to get, cause raspberries were kind of expensive, so it's like we can have bowls full of raspberries for free, and like it would be there every year. It keeps coming back. Raspberries just keep coming back. They're it's almost like a weed. It's so hard to kill. And like I always had this thought like imagine if everybody had like a little garden somewhere. If everybody was just gardening. The amount of food that didn't have to go to waste in supermarkets and just like ah, and the air would be so fresh. I just know it would be so fresh. It smelled like manure for a few weeks, but like it'd be fresh after that. And yeah, over the years, I planted some secret gardens in random areas throughout the city, and I haven't checked on too many of them recently, but I do know that in some spots, people have picked what I planted, and some of them are maintaining those areas. So that's it was nice to see that, and yeah, I want to start a movement. I want to start a movement starting right now. If you got like foam cups or some shit, or get some paper cups, get some soil. Just plant. I wonder if what would be easy for everybody to plant now. I mean, onions. Onions are super easy. Thyme, um, oregano. If you guys have like older potatoes and you see those eyes starting to grow, just cut them off and put one of those eyes in like a cup with some soil, and like literally that one plant off that piece of potato can grow you like 2 dozen potatoes, and then like you literally never have to buy potatoes. And yeah, a lot of these plants you start them inside, especially now, cause like holy shit, it's cold. It is so cold here right now. It's like minus something, like -7 or -9. But like you start these plants inside, and when it starts getting warmer, you transplant them either in a bigger pot or outside if you have the space, and then you just let it grow. And like a lot of these things that I learned about gardening, I read books on. Um, I watched. There's a few shows on it. Um, I haven't seen too many on gardening lately, to be honest. Maybe that should be a thing. It's like a gardening show on the Food Network or something. But yeah, just look up like if you have like a favorite vegetable or fruit you want to grow, just look it up. Look it up and see how to grow it, and then try it out. I mean, seeds are fucking cheap. And like I guess like people you can go to like what Canadian Tire or wherever those places that have garden centers in the spring and just like get some already, growing like seedlings, younglings, and just grow those. It's fucking it's really easy. And like for instance, like my backyard is fucking small. But like I figured out ways to grow like so many different plants cuz even like years prior I've like oh man, like rosemary, thyme, oregano, fennel, potatoes, onions, garlic, kale, cabbage, sunchokes, tomatoes, raspberries, strawberries, butternut squash, kabocha squash, cucumber, chives. It's like all growing at the same time. I have pots separating some of them. Some of them, I tilled into the ground itself. The soil in my backyard is not that good, so like every year I have to like till in some new soil and get that going. And it's a little bit of hard work at the beginning when you get in shit set up, but like after that you just like basically watering it and then I guess pulling weeds once in a while. And then you just wait. Wait for the food to come in. Oh, also, how did I forget mint? Holy shit, that shit grows like a motherfucker. If you're gonna grow mint, put it in a pot. Do not put it in the ground. That shit will spread and you'll never be able to kill it. It will be there forever. Oh, also Scotch bonnets. These round peppers. I don't know what they're called. It's like a weird name, like Tommy's Pobot round pepper or some shit. And yeah, like it's fucking dope. So I definitely recommend everybody at least trying to grow some herbs at least. Um, I recommend thyme, oregano, chives, basil. Those do pretty well, and give it a shot. Expand your horizons, and it's something to do like ease your mind because like there's so much stressful shit around these days, and like we need a reprieve. We need a break. And for me like the best thing is to be in nature and distract yourself a little bit from all that bullshit and like see something grow cuz I feel like that's the most beautiful shit, man. Like even back in elementary school when they gave us those projects to grow like lima beans in a cup, I thought it was fucking amazing seeing this little thing growing into like a beanstalk and like bruh, it was fucking dope. So yeah, you guys give it a try it out. And yeah, it's gonna be a short episode today. I got a lot of shit to do, but yeah, everyone try gardening. It'll save you. Honestly, it'll save y'all some money. And like, I know everybody wants to save some money these days, cause like these gas prices, yo, about make me Hadouken somebody or something. I don't know, man. It's not right. But anyway, y'all take care. Bless up. Peace.